Why is everything about me, me, me in America? Me. I don't care about you. I don't care about the other people. I don't care about what's happening to anybody else. I just care about me. So today's going to be a little bit of an op-ed where maybe I could give you my opinion here and ways that you could assist people during times of crisis in the subject that we talk about in wine and food and all those sort of things. Hi, I'm Larry Baker. I am a certified level 2 sommelier, and here in Coronavirus Central Studio, in the home studio, not quarantine, but for at least a few hours anyway, but in the state of Florida, Sunrise, Florida. Anyway, have you noticed you've been getting a lot of junk emails right now? Well, they're not really junk. It's times of desperation. You know, the nation, the globe is under a crisis. We've had many crises, a financial crisis, things like that. But there's a couple of people that are dear to my heart. You know, a couple of stereotype or positions that they have. One, of course, as a sommelier, my fellow sommeliers, brothers and sisters that are also in the somm business, so we say, winemaker friends of mine, wineries, tasting rooms, things like that. All the winemakers, all the great wines that we drink from all over the world. My friends in Italy, there, but I'm talking about here just in our country, in our nation, that could be worse than Italy down the road here, or China even, with 330 million people, and you know, who knows? We don't know the future here. However, if you're involved in as many states like Washington State, or you know, let's say you live in Pennsylvania. I mean, the governor has ordered all, you know, which is state owned by the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board, you know, all state liquor stores, wine and spirit stores are closed, out of business. You know, not out of business, I mean out, you know, shut down indefinitely. State, you know, in California, now I just read today as we're doing this video, the governor has now ordered the entire state, not just San Francisco or Los Angeles, the whole state is on complete lockdown. You know, all the residents are on lockdown to be still remaining home. Only non-essential businesses are all going to be closed because California is projecting possibility 23.5 million people will be infected with the COVID-19 and situation. So everybody's thinking about me. You know, you're hoarding the toilet paper, you're hoarding, you know, the grocery store. Me. What's going to happen if I lose my job? You know, I'm worried about that. You know, what happens if I can't work? What's going to happen? We don't know what's going to happen. I lost all my money, half my money, and as we all done with the economy, we're in a recession. We're going to go maybe into a depression. Who knows? But what can we do besides me? Of course, you got to take care of your family. That comes first, and myself. I'm concerned. I am my own family, but those of us in the wine industry, we love to go to Napa Valley, and we wine taste, and we may belong to wine clubs, right? We'd love to go tasting in Washington State wine country, or in New York State, or any of these areas that are famous for, you know, wines, like the great Captain Washington loves Washington, Walla Walla, Oregon for Pinots and all great wines and everything else they do out there in Oregon. Well, many of these states are under complete lockdown for their tasting rooms. What about, you know, all my servers and bartender friends in so many states, and in California, they're out of work right now. And as you know, bartenders and servers, they only work for gratuities. That's their 100% gratuities. The $2.75 goes to taxes an hour, but everything comes from gratuities. No business, just takeout and delivery. That doesn't really help your situation for, you know, paying the bills. when you make, your $1,000 a week in gratuities or whatever, fine dining, and this is, a good portion, millions and millions of people are in the hospitality industry. This affects there. So, what can you do besides helping yourself and taking care of your needs and buying wines for yourself and things like that at your local retailers if they're still open, in states that they're open. I know Alabama has closed down all the states by their state-owned stores and kept a couple open in California. It's different by state. It may become, who knows, we don't know, a federal mandate, who knows. But what can we do in the meantime? And these junk emails that you're getting are not really junk. I got one from a car dealership saying that, since people are quarantined or staying home, that they will now just fill out your whole credit line, negotiate your price, everything via email, and they'll even deliver the new car to your home. Credit application, financing, all done via email, so you don't have to come into the store. This is acts of desperation. These businesses are in danger. This is release season coming up. Spring release in Washington State, Oregon. Wineries having thousands of cases of wine, and they were expecting to have big release parties and sell tons and tons of wine to people who are showing up at their tasting room, but the tasting rooms are closed. So what can you do to be like for instance, I love husband and wife Stuart Bodecker and Athena Pappas in Bodecker Cellars in Oregon. One of my favorite winery producers. Where I work, we sell their wines exclusively in the state of Florida, and you're always welcome to come by and buy their wines. But this is desperate times. The people are not coming into their tasting room, or their tasting rooms could be close. And Athena's out there, a winemaker and owner, and she's out making home deliveries. And to the point, she's not the only one, believe me, where I know you're going to laugh, and I laugh, but it's true. Athena sent out the message that if you order some wine from her, a case of wine or whatever, or 6 bottles or more, some wineries are doing, whatever it is, order wine from these people, online. They will ship it to you or deliver if you're in the state of Oregon. She'll make deliveries, and guess what? She's offering a free roll of toilet paper. Not just one roll, but like a package of toilet paper will come with every wine. She happens to have a lot of toilet paper. Okay, maybe she's the one that ordered it. I don't know. I've gotten, and I asked her for some eggs. I can't find eggs. But no, you can support that winery, tasting rooms, all those favorite wines you've been drinking, whether it's a Mavi Cellars from Washington, whether it's a favorite wine in Napa, and these tasting rooms are shut down, but especially Washington has been, all their tasting rooms are really mandated, ordered by the governor of the state, closed down. And that means no visitors and no selling wine. So call up Mark Ryan, call up, Structure Cellars, call up Gorman. Gorman just offered me, I love Gorman, the evil twin. They just offered for a penny shipping if you buy a certain amount of wine, a case or whatever, or the wines they had a lot of that they were featuring new releases. And, my friend Ryan Hewitt, he makes great wine. I don't think he's offering any toilet paper, but I think he is offering, free shipping or something. But Hewitt, Huett, makes wonderful wines out there. Shout out to Ryan. In Willamette Valley, Oregon. He's in Corvallis, and his wines are real small production, but he's got like 2,000 cases of wine, and only has one row of toilet paper. But support these people, support those people. Jameson whiskey, Screwball whiskey, the peanut butter whiskey that you love. They were nice enough, to donate, millions and millions of dollars to a bartender emergency relief fund. Google that, search it, because they can do that to help bartenders and servers that are out of business, or hospitality people who are out of work and collecting unemployment, which is not enough, and waiting for the Senate or the government to send them some sort of relief, and maybe for mortgages or rents to be relieved from that. These people are in trouble, and these people serve you, and you love to go to these places and establishments that don't have jobs. Well, guess what? I donated You can easily Google this fund. You're not Jameson. You're not going to put hundreds of millions of dollars into this for every share, or another 10 million or whatever they're doing, or Screwball Whiskey did that or whatever. But you can go to those funds, and even if it's $10 something, do your part and donate, and think about, instead of you, I said, take care of family first, but then think about those people in the industry you love, that are food servers, that are restaurant personnel, that aren't getting their gratuities and they're suffering. They can't take care of them, me. They're looking for other careers, from work from home, sell something on the internet, drive for Uber, whatever you can do to make a buck, because these people are out of work and we don't know for how long, you see? But definitely on the wine side, you can definitely pick your favorite wineries, and sure, if they're available in your local store, buy from your local store. You should have wines for people. If you're quarantined with somebody, go and buy wines. Wines for people. People always ask me, what can I do? Buy wines for company. Well, sure, you should have. You don't have to buy. If these people come over, they'll say, well, I go, why are you buying like chocolate watermelon, pina colada stuff? Well, in case people come over, you should have this, right? I don't think that a good majority of the people, that would be your people come to visit wine, chocolate, peanut butter, watermelon, sangria, or whatever. Have something. Yeah, sure, some have some sweet wines, but have like a Chardonnay, a Pinot Grigio, a Cabernet, the basics, a Malbec, things like that. Have some Côte d'Aron, have some French wine, have some Portuguese wine. You should always have that, just like people prepare for a storm or a hurricane. They wait to buy the batteries and a bottle of water when the storm is definitely coming. You should be prepared, and you should be prepared all year long. You shouldn't be out hoarding. I can understand perishables like eggs, but have some toilet paper enough that you shouldn't have to hoard it, and gouge people online or whatever you're doing with all this toilet paper, that's one thing, okay? Always frequent your retailer. You shouldn't be just like buying one and waiting to the last minute to hoard, as much wine as you can for supplies for any crisis, right? You should be always buy wine for yourself, but you should always have a couple of cases of mixed stuff in your house in case company comes over, in case there's a crisis. You don't have to fight the crowd. You've got the stuff. But a real way that you can help the other people right now is the businesses that are being affected by it. These great little small family wineries out there. I could give you a list if you email me or contact me through the blog of wineries that are great affordable products who are offering all kinds of shipping, even Bodecker. Buy some Pappas Wine Company, buy some whatever they got available, buy a few bottles from everybody, spread the wealth, and have it delivered and to your home if the state allows it, or have it delivered to somebody else as a gift, but you're helping out a winery, and donate to that Bartenders and Emergency Relief Fund, or restaurant servers out in California, and New York City, all suffering bad. Donate whatever you can, a couple bucks, whatever you can do, whatever you could spring, so you're not just, you're contributing to your fellow women and mankind and people of America, like people in Europe do. We have to stop being less me. For further information or information about what wineries that I recommend that you contact that are currently under close, and get some stuff delivered to your house and help them stay in business so that they can keep making great wines for us to drink when all of this is past, and this too shall pass. Just sign up for my blog and do that, and I will give you all kinds of names of wineries, and everybody's offering me deal, and I've ordered all kinds of wine, whatever I could afford a little bit. I'm not telling you to buy 20 cases. I'm trying to say, load up on a couple of wines that you can mix and help these wineries sell through their wine, because their doors are shut. They're shut and mandatory shut, and then they might have to go out of business, God forbid, and you don't want that. And, they're doing their part. They're making us great wine. You do your part. And remember, crises and wine, any form of crisis, earthquakes, hurricanes, disasters, coronavirus, COVID-19, bird flu, all of that. And wine is not for everyday, it's not for snobs. It's not for that top 1%. It's not for snobs. It is for everyday people like you and me. And those people include the people that make the wine, the people that serve it, and help these businesses out and buy some wine, okay, and have it delivered. I will see you next time, and hopefully everybody's staying safe.